Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to what is technically the finale of a series that I've been creating over the last couple of weeks. And honestly, I've had a ton of fun doing it, but it is quite difficult to do. It's harder than it looks. So basically, I've been rebuilding. If this is the first time you've watched, been rebuilding NRL teams. We've done 6 teams. We've done the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, the Melbourne Storm, the Parramatta Eels, the Canberra Raiders. We're going to be rebuilding the Sydney Roosters here in the final installment of this series. Basically, the 1 to 13 that you currently know and love in that team is scrapped, and wheeldecide.com.au decides the players and their key positions. Before this video starts, and a big sponsor of Wheel Decide, guys, go and check out Drom Clothing, drom.com.au and Drom Clothing Co. Give them a follow on Instagram and check out the fantastic designs that they have, the palm tee, triple triangle tees, the jackets. There's just so many good things on Drom Clothing, and they are a very proud sponsor of the channel. So make sure you guys go and check them out. But thank you so much for watching this series as we get into this final installment. We have plenty of players without clubs. We've got players like Nathan Cleary, Damien Cook. Who we got at fullback? Latrell Mitchell. Let's see who is going to get lucky and who isn't as we rebuild the Sydney Roosters. Just like the Seagulls, there's some big shoes here. Let's get straight into it now. So the Sydney Roosters, the current fullback is James Tedesco. I've gotten rid of all the Roosters players for this video. Someone at the Roosters that could be really good, maybe Matt Duffy. The defense isn't always there, but the attack and speed and going off those offloads of players like Maria Hargraves. But I guess you're not going to have Maria Hargraves in this team, so it's an interesting point to think of. But I'd be going for someone like Matt Duffy here. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck was a former Rooster, so he could make a return to the club in this series. Or even Dylan Edwards. Dylan Edwards has really evolved as a player. Holmes would be optional because you could move it to the wing. Laurie and Walsh are a little bit young for this side. And Brimson, I think, deserves a club, but I'd be going for Duffy here as my main choice. So let's spin it. Final fullback for the series is going to be Brimson. I mentioned that he deserves a club, and here he is. AJ Brimson replacing, I'll put AJ, not Alexander. I don't know why I put that, his full name. Replacing James Tedesco at fullback for the Sydney Roosters. So the key position at fullback has now been full. On the wing, I think Hymel Hunt and his experience would bring a lot here. He'd know what to do in those big situations. And I've mentioned it every time. Alex Johnston would just be a fantastic signing for any club. Ronaldo Mulitalo, definitely another one you could throw into the mix here. Nofaluma, another experienced player with plenty of tries under the belt. So let's pick our first winner for the Sydney Roosters. This will replace Daniel Tupou. And it's going to be Charlie Staines. It's going to be young Charlie Staines from the Panthers, knows how to score some tries. Bit of a mixed bag for mine, Charlie Staines, especially when it comes to Supercoach, but a nice start to the team nonetheless. Let's go into the centres here. Now, we only have 3 centres to choose from. We have Stephen Crichton, Zach Lomax, and Bradman Best. So one of these players will miss out in this series. Let's spin the wheel. I think Lomax and Best will get the spot. And I think Stephen Crichton will be without a club. So Bradman Best is the new number 3. So replacing Josh Morris over at the Sydney Roosters. And the other one will be Crichton, or will it be Lomax that gets the spot? Can't be Best, otherwise we respin. And it will be Crichton, just at the nip there. Stephen Crichton, very young gun from the Penrith Panthers. So Charlie Staines and Crichton heading from Penrith up to the Eastern Suburbs Club. Let's go ahead and pick another winger for the clubs. Oh, we moved StreamYard over here. There's our fullback. Here's our winger. We've had Charlie Staines. We need someone now to replace Matt Ikavalu. Hymel Hunt, I mentioned his experience would bring a lot to the club. Very experienced, knows how to finish. Decent in defence as well. So Hymel Hunt off to the Sydney Roosters. To not a terrible back line so far. I don't mind it. Their halves, currently they have Drew Hutchinson with Sam Walker. Munster would bring a lot to the club. Sean Johnson. Adam Dewey would probably be a good choice as well. Final 5/8 in the series. Dewey. Almost Munster there. Almost tricked me. Adam Dewey gets the role of 5/8 with the Sydney Roosters. He's fantastic 5/8. It's his best position. If you think he's best position centre, you're lying to yourself. He is a 5/8 and a ball runner. Who's going to partner him in the halves? Adam Dewey's halves partner, Luke Brooks, is at my Parramatta Eels. Someone here, maybe Jamal Fogarty would definitely fit nicely with this team so far. And Nathan Cleary just brings a lot to any side. So I'm hoping Cleary gets the spot, but I've got a feeling that maybe Ben Hunt or Jamal Fogarty will get it. It's going to be Adam Reynolds. Adam Reynolds making the trip from the South Sydney Rabbitohs over to rival club in the Sydney Roosters. So Adam Dewey, double Adam in the halves with Adam Dewey and Adam Reynolds in the number 6 and 7. So interesting move there for the Sydney Roosters. Let's move into their front row. Now, we've only got 4 options left for our front row. We've got experienced Blake Laurie. We've got Gun Tohu Harris. We've got Christian Welch from the Melbourne Storm and Regan Campbell-Gillard from the Parramatta Eel. So let's spin this. Few Panthers in this team. Former Panther RCG could make an appearance. Or he just might. Regan Campbell-Gillard, RCG, is going to sign with the Roosters to boost their forward pack. And we are just about time to pick a hooker for the Sydney Roosters. Plenty of hookers still available. Cheese is a big, strong hooker. Mitch Rain, bit of experience under his belt. Damien Cook just definitely deserves a club. A young Blake Brayley might put in some good passes to some of these young guns. So I'd be going Blake Brayley here or Brandon Smith, the Cheese. Our final hooker to get a position is going to be his brother, Jaden Brayley. Fantastic choice here. So Jaden in the number 9. And then going with Campbell-Gillard in jersey number 10 to make up the front row for the Sydney Roosters. If it's Regan Campbell-Gillard, we spin again. It's going to be Christian Welch. He knows how to offload the ball. Premiership winning player. Not a bad signing there. I'm going to need some strength in the back row. Going to need someone who can offload the ball. Did I just close? No, I just closed Tucker. That's all good accidentally, but I can just read it out because I've got the list there. In the back row, Jaden Sewer would be a really nice choice. Liami Kikau would be another great choice. I'd be going Sewer and Kikau in 11 and 12, but it's not up to me. It's up to wheeldecide.com. Jaden Sewer comes so close, but the experience and leader of Alex Glenn from the Brisbane Broncos is going to get the 11 spot with the Sydney Roosters, his new club. And in the 12 jersey is going to be Glenn again, so we're going to respin that one. Glenn again, so we're going to respin that one. Oh, my God. Glenn again, so we're going to respin that one. And Glenn, in a minute, I'll have to remove it if it gets TPJ. Obviously, in the news at the moment, talks of going to Panthers. He's signed with the Bulldogs, but talking about moving the Panthers effective immediately. I know Fisher Harris definitely wants to be with his wife for the birth of his child, and you can't blame him, but not a bad team so far. So let's move into our final position, which is going to be our lock forward. There's ads here. Close these ads. Hang on. There we go. I think Josh Jackson deserves a club. I really do. Someone like Tino would definitely fit in with this team, and especially with his former fullback in AJ Brimson off some good passes. Could get some nice runs for this team as well. But let's do it. Our final position, the NRL rebuild for the Sydney Roosters, is going to go to bang. Oh, bang, bang. There we go. The lock forward is going to be Jai Arrow. Now, Jai Arrow, formerly with the Titans, now with the Rabbitohs, and now with the Sydney Roosters. So let's read this team, 1 to 13. And then, guys, make sure you're following me on TikTok, EntertainYT, and following my Instagram at the Entertain House, as I will be putting these teams kind of up with players in the jerseys, and I'll also be putting up the teams against each other for voting. Might bring that into YouTube as well. That could be a bit of fun because I know you guys like to comment things, so maybe we could have battles in the comments. But the Sydney Roosters at fullback, AJ Brimson. On the wing, Charlie Staines from the Penrith Panthers. Bradman Best making up the centres, partnered with Stephen Crichton on the other side. Hymel Hunt, the experienced winger who's been with a few different clubs, now with the Roosters. The double Adam in the halves of Adam Dewey and Adam Reynolds, Regan Campbell-Gillard in jersey number 8. Number 9 is going to be Jaden Brayley, the experienced hooker who's just having an outstanding season. Offloader premiership winner Christian Welch making up the front row. Alex Glenn and Tavita Pangai Jr., both Brisbane Broncos players, in the back row for the Roosters, and Jai Arrow as the Roosters locks. That is the Sydney Roosters. That is all 6 teams that I will be doing for this NRL rebuild. Maybe I can do another one in the coming months, but for now, guys, that's going to do it. I'll come up with some new video ideas as you guys have definitely enjoyed this. So as I mentioned, the socials, the TikTok and Instagram, there'll be stuff on that. Thank you so much for your support in the channel. Obviously, at the moment, in lockdown and not being able to get to any game has definitely been difficult, but you guys have been absolutely wonderful. Check out our sponsor in Drom Clothing, Drom Clothing Co. On Instagram, and I will probably try and get a stream done in the next couple of days. I probably won't stream Eels and Raiders because my stepdad goes for the Canberra Raiders, so it'll be good to go up against each other there, which will be an interesting game tomorrow with both our halves out, and Jack Whiten and Mitchell Moses. If you haven't already, go and check out my tips, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much.